You cannot see my... Hey y'all, welcome back to the ranch. I'm Jared Paul, and today I'm working on number 2 of 3 videos, the Thuja Occidentalis. I wanted to give you an update on the forest that I pruned up. It's full of Connecticut red pines, some blue spruce, and a whole bunch of Thuja Occidentalis planted very closely together. I pruned that up when it was looking gnarly, and it has grown back and turned green and bright and awesome. So I'll be showing that off, and we'll be pruning 2 Thuja Occidentalis individual trees. It's a couple of specimens. They have never been pruned. They've just been grown full and planted in smaller pots. So I restricted their root base early on, but this will be their first pruning. So that's what's coming up for part 2 of today on Jarhead Bonsai. All right, y'all. So here we have it. It's in a bird bath. I have a couple of plantings. Those are some black locust and crepe myrtles. But my intention is to build it as a landscape and come in, boom, you encounter some nice blue spruce. They grow much more refined and smaller and fine. So I feel like those little trees in the beginning, you walk in the path, boom, and then you're in a dense Connecticut forest where these things, these are the pines, and these thuja are going to grow very tall and together. I mean, there's tons of these in here, you can see. I would not be exaggerating if I said there were 100 trees in this planting. So they're going to grow up probably to like here, and that's where I'll keep them at, and I'll remove all the growth up to that point. And that's how you get some Connecticut dense forests, some evergreen forests. They grow up, millions of trees all close together, and then you're going through the trail and it's just nice and tall and straight. And it's got a little puff up on top. So right now it looks like a bush, a mess, but there is, you know, there's a plan for the future. So let's get this thing mounted. We've got this beautiful thuja to get working on. It's in a nice like antique little metal pot there. And this one's in a terracotta. It's a little smaller. So I think we'll keep this one larger. We'll prune this one back hard. And yeah, they'll be well on their way to becoming bonsai. All right, so I'm probably gonna have to remove them, but I have a maple here, and I want to say it's a hickory, but it could be an ash tree. We'll know a little later on. That volunteered themselves right there, and that's a weed. So we'll get rid of that. So if you could take a look at this trunk, it's getting a nice thickness. That's why I left it. I just wanted, especially this branch, I just wanted it to thicken up, you know, go well on its way and take shape naturally. And then I would come in after it thickened up and got some maturity behind it. And I was going to prune it up. So this is actually some nursery stock. I got it for free. I have a friend who used to work in a call center at a nursery, and any returns that come back they just put on the freebie table or it goes to the dumpster. So I was the beneficiary of many of that stuff. Okay, so many of that stuff. What the hell am I saying? All right, I'm focused on the tray. Here we go. I've been waiting to cut you off for forever. You're done. Boom, boom. So I've had this probably 3 years without a pruning. The only thing I did was repot and root prune. This branch looks like it wants to do some stuff. But you know what? It's down here. I don't want that. I want to show off this trunk. I have so many young trees. I finally have a tree that has some like established trunk and branching. Like it's been around probably, I'd say this thing's probably 8 to 10 years old overall, I would imagine, based on the growth that I have from my thuja from seed. I think I like this branch though. See, I've got the fork up here. Do I want to take it up to the fork and then go from? No, I think it would be interesting to have a third branch. So I'll take off the lower one here so it's not competing. Pull these bad boys off. With these, you get a lot of growth from the crotch of branches, and unless you want to remove the whole branch and let that crotch grow in, like, there's no point in it. So in my opinion, I would remove all of those. All right. So this is interesting. This one, you know what? It's half dying, so it wasn't meant to be. This is coming back towards it. Don't want that. Don't want that. Don't want that. I want the growth coming a little bit away. I don't think this thing is root bound or pot bound. I think it just got scorched, to be honest with you. So that's why there's some dead stuff. And I haven't pruned it, so I mean, a small pot, it's tough to support all of these branches with that small root system. Yeah, I don't like this branch. So unlike my Dilonix regia, with these you can prune back and get some growth within a leaf, or with, you know, this. If this was the Dilonix regia, if you pruned anywhere on it, it would just die back and you'd have to start over again anyways. But with these, if I pruned it here, it would branch from there. I think for the most part, with a lot of my trees, they've either gone unpruned, so they need like full branches removed and like, okay, this is gonna be the plan for this tree, or I've just gotten to where they're starting to branch out for the, you know, the second or third time. So my experience with pruning is unique to somebody who grew a lot of trees from seeds. So even though I've been doing this, working on my third year, I don't have the most experience with older trees. So you might want to check out some other dudes, some other bonsai broskies out there. Get that experience from the older trees. But you know, if I'm going to recommend anything for somebody who's starting out, I would say that it's so rewarding to grow your own trees and create them from an early age. Like, so people who just start out and they gather these trees that have been in the wild for like 80 years, it's like, I feel that's irresponsible, because that tree is absolutely beautiful and has been surviving on its own, and probably somebody out there is going to miss it. So to collect something that old on Yamadori and not have the experience to enhance it and make it better, I feel like that's just irresponsible. So I don't know, because I was new, I wanted to start with new trees. So not only do I get to develop and create everything the way I want it specifically from the beginning, but if I'm killing trees, they're my own trees that I've grown from seed and they're young, you know. Okay, I'm off of my soapbox. I'm going to stop with my little rant there. There's a bunch of branches coming out here all the same direction. This one's the most established, and it's kind of attractive. It's got a couple, get that out of the crotch. So I'll take this lower one out. This one coming at us out, and this one. Right, so the height of this bad boy, huh? Why don't we, I really like this branch, that's pretty. Why don't we make that the apex for now? I'll leave a little room for dieback because I don't know how Thuja reacts on the harder, older wood. I like that. Boom, boom. I'm just trying to get some of the clutter out here. I don't know if I like this. I don't think I do, actually. I really am enjoying the exposed trunk line, and then I'm looking forward to developing this as a rounded canopy. And we'll see where this branch takes us. That might just be another sacrifice. You know what? I'm just thinking. I'm already seeing slight inverse taper, so if I leave that branch there, it'll only add to that. So that would be a bad idea. So now we could at least see the maple and the ash and or hickory. Okay, apparently my subconscious mission was to raise the canopy on this. Hell, is that too tall now? For what? No, you know what? I'm going to let it fill in like that. All right, let's get to the next one. I'm going to stop this recording and start again just in case. All right. Let's see. Can we go normal view on this one? Let's see. Yep, I think we can. Okay, cool. So, similarly, I'm going to raise the canopy a little bit. Part 3. If you don't have time to watch all 3 today or this week or whatever, I know sometimes when your favorite bonsai broskies put out a bunch of videos, it's hard to keep up. No stress there. I don't mind, and I don't get offended. But if you want to check back, it's actually been a while since I've done an update on my African baobab trees. So I have gotten a lot of growth recently. This past month, they came out of dormancy, but it took forever, and their dormancy period was so long that I'm actually going to give them a nice prune right now, because it's hard to develop branching on them if they're going to be, sleeping more than half the year. I don't know if that's because they were in shock, because they're growing indoors in Connecticut instead of wildly in Africa. Regardless, I have to take an aggressive stance, I think. So, low branch, out ski. A few of these branches I just left, like I said, to be the sacrificial branch everybody talks about, because you need to grow that trunk. So in order to do that, you leave branches down low. That trunk swells because of the energy coming in through it, and that's how you thicken the trunk. Oh, man. About ripped that branch because I was rushing. I'm not trying to rush. I'm just trying my best to work fluidly so that I could get everything videoed, edited, and uploaded prior to game time at 1. There's Manchester United is playing West Ham. West Ham's been playing lights out lately. Man U has really improved since they got their new coach. Jose Mourinho is the death to all teams, which is why I no longer root for Man U. It's because he killed them for me. So I'm just going to take this out. I already got it divide down low. So obviously now I'm a Liverpool fan. Freudian slip there. So we're going to watch that game at 1, and then 3:15 Eastern Standard Time is the Liverpool game. So really excited about that. Liverpool is playing Chelsea. Chelsea plays us really tough. And since we got declared champions of the league, we have not been playing our best football. So I don't know. I hope they turn it around today. I am betting on the game because I play through FanDuel and make a good amount of money, enjoying my favorite sport. So, yeah. I've just been raising the canopy on this bad boy. It's really cool. I actually think it's 2 trees that are fusing together. Their roots are sewed together. They're doing that. So I think this inside one I'm going to take out. It's a hardy cut. I walked inside with the Deinonychus regia before. Laura got off the phone and she's like, I cannot believe how much you took off of that thing. So if you missed the first video from today, it's my Deinonychus regia from the Planter's Choice Grow Kit. Oh, you see this? We got a little grasshopper. I think that's a grasshopper or a cricket. Well, we're probably removing the branch you're on, bro, so I'll just set you to the side. Let's see. So this one's growing up and across. Don't want that. Where do I want my apex? I kind of like this section here. All right. I don't know where you want me to put you. I'll put you on this moss. Okay. Still these lower branches, I don't like them. Sometimes I'm all about cascading and taking out all vertical growth. Sometimes I'm all about taking out the lower branches and growing a canopy or a windswept. And I swear I go through phases. I don't have one distinct style. Taking out some cross branching. I'm going to shorten both of these up and leave the branches that are outward growing. Let's see where that takes us, because they're both in a good spot, but they were interfering. Oh yeah, I'm really liking this. This one kind of comes up and splits and sways out to the side and then gets vertical again. And they complement each other. Let's get this branch out of there. I'm gonna take this guy down. Let's take him down. Take him down to here. Oh yeah, I really like that. Get out some of the inward growth. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. All right. I'm digging that. Just some of the stuff that's already, it looks like it got sunburnt. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, so that's going to do it for part 2 for today, y'all. The Thuja Occidentalis. Those ones that I grew in the planter, that bird feeder, that was all from seed. And then the last 2 that you saw me prune, that is from nursery stock. So leave comments and questions below. If you like this video, there's plenty more to come. I have tons of trees here on the ranch, and we're always having a good time. So please like, subscribe, and come back for more. Take care, y'all.